Hello everybody! Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a SNAKETOPUS. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look at the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, so I'll try to make it quick because yeah, it's an octopus basically. That's what we're drawing. And with snakes, you saw the picture, you know where this is going. And so, like I usually say with drawings, is that most of this will be done with Sharpie. So I'm trying to hurry to get through this part so I can put all the detail in the sketch portion. I'm sorry, in the Sharpie portion, because again, it's mostly going to be, you know, the details I put in the Sharpie portion. Yeah, I'm sorry. I do have to concentrate a little bit though, because as much as I say, it's no big deal, I'll just do the details, I do gotta get it down right, you know. I mean, let's see, I want this one curled back under. Maybe it's gonna go up like this. And not every... Okay, so here's the other thing. This is a fantastical creature, and we're drawing it however we want, you know. But you also have to think of it this way: is not every part is going to be perfectly to itself. Like, in other words, they're not all going to be pointed right at you. Some might be going this way, some might be going this way, some are going to be going to the back, you know, because it's an octopus. It doesn't really know to face the camera, or does it? I mean, look, here's where we get into all kinds of crazy theories of, are octopus from another planet? You know, they're the only creature. And you know, hey, you know, maybe I'm promoting propaganda and I shouldn't, and you should do research on your own. But I mean, you know, they're the only creature that can do the camouflage thing, and they have no bones and all that crazy invertebrate stuff, you know, and it's crazy. So it's like, wow, what are they? You know, this is crazy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more. We're just gonna kind of come up this way and do this. But yeah, are they from another planet? It's crazy to think about, you know? And have you ever watched them, like, on videos and all the crazy things they do? I mean, it is cuckoo crazy. Let's see, we'll do another one, kind of doing something like this. And who knows which way they're going, you know? I'm just kind of drawing a bunch of suction cups and all over the place. So I think that's good enough for a quick sketch. I think we should go ahead and get ready for the Sharpie portion. So I'm going to erase some of this pencil line, because I want my Sharpie to stand out, not my pencil lines. And we'll welcome everybody that skipped. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I can see where I'm going. I can still see enough of my sketch, and I can get us going for the Sharpie part. So let's welcome everybody that skipped and get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. Finding things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of my sketch lines, but left enough to guide me on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm trying to look at some reference photos to try to find enough to make it look like each one of the things. So let's go ahead and let's just dig right in. You saw the picture, you know where we're going. So to get us started, I'm just going to pick a point and come up and do do something like this, and I want this one. I'm following my sketch, so I've already sketched it out of which way I want to go. So I'm just kind of doing that, and then maybe something like that. Something like that, and that's going to be the main octopus head, right? And I really should do a lot of this with color, you know, but I like adding extra stuff, you know. I like how far we can take it with a Sharpie before we have to start adding color, you know, like as if this is a black and white picture, you know, it's like how much further can we go by just doing just a Sharpie version, you know. Okay, I think that's good. That's good for the head. So now I've kind of sketched it out so I know where everything's gonna go. So I'm just gonna kind of follow my sketch, and that'll guide me as to what it's gonna look like, right? At least close enough of what it's gonna look like. So let's see. And I'm just kind of drawing the shapes first, and then I can draw the detail. And I was talking about this in the sketch portion of that. I'm really just going to like add the detail as I'm drawing. So something like this, and then I still, on top of this, I gotta add like all the crazy like suction cups to make it look like octopus arms, you know. But here's where we're gonna veer off a little bit. Like we're gonna, you know, well, obviously the whole thing is we're veering off because it's not a real animal. You know what I mean? We can actually, you know, do some crazy stuff here because we're combining, you know. And so don't feel too guilty about, well, this is not perfect. This is not exactly what a snake or octopus looks like, you know. But we can make it our own. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So all the scales, I'm not going to draw all the scales, especially just the same way I'm not going to draw all the octopus suction cups. We're just going to kind of accent a few parts just to make it look like what we need. And plus we kind of have creative license to make it however we want, you know. And the nice thing too is that means we get to get creative and do whatever we want. So that's pretty much going to be the rest of it. We're going to do kind of stuff like that throughout the entire thing, and just kind of make well, you saw it. You saw the picture. You see where we're going. I'm just telling you how we got there. So I'm going to say this arm is kind of curling in on itself. So something like that. Okay. And so I'm also following my sketch that, well, it kind of got crazy. So it's whatever we want to do. That's kind of the reason for some of the craziness, is because it's a weird octopus position. You know, and it's kind of wrapping in on itself, flowing through like that. Okay, so I'm going to draw this one. We'll say it goes back under, curls up, that head. Let's see, so that means that the suction cups are going to be down here like this. And I like drawing like this, like drawing almost like each end, you know, like if it was a big cup that's kind of really coming off of the arm / snake body. See, I've started going too crazy, and that's why I was saying I'm not going to draw every single detail, because it starts to get a little messy drawing a snake head. So same thing. We're not going to draw all the scales, because it's starting to get a little too messy, you know? Because look, there's only 2. We got to do 6 more. Okay, so let's do another one up here. Something like that. This head. Sometimes, you know, I'm going to stop talking because I'm concentrating. It happens. And that's okay. Oof, I got to be careful, because this is what I was talking about, that sometimes I'm going to want to draw every single scale, and I can't do that. Plus, I don't need to. You know, the fact that this is a made-up creature means I shouldn't have to draw every single detail. I should only draw what I need to. Okay, looking good. Let's see. So I've got some that kind of disappeared to the back too. So let's see. I'm gonna say, let's say this one. This way, and we'll say also, like, yeah, you're not going to see everything, you know, so we'll say that you can see the top, because almost like I was talking about in the sketch, some are pointed this way, like facing right at you, and some are going to be pointing that way, because they're not all turning to look at the camera, they're just floating, you know. So we're just going to say here's a snake head, like that. That's simple, you know. Some you can see pointed right at you. Some are just hanging out. And I'm looking at these of more like a side view. Like these are kind of curled, you can see them. These are like pretty much just flat like that, so they're just kind of out that way. what's funny is I feel like I need to explain it, but it's a snaketopus. How much do you really have to explain, you know? I mean, it's just there. Okay, so I've got another one kind of coming this way. Again, we're going to say it's facing out that way, so let's just do that. Let's just do a bunch that are kind of underneath and going, and so they're turning. That's kind of what I'm doing. Is I'm coming. They can't all point perfectly, and so I'm going to turn some. So see, something simple like that. It's as much as it looks like, hey, let's draw every single detail. It's like, we don't have to. All you got to do is get the basics of it, and it's the snake feel, you know. All right, so I'm gonna do another couple kind of coming down here, and like I talked about in the sketch portion. There's no telling which way they're going to be going, you know? It's like, he is not turning for the camera, so it doesn't have to be perfect, you know? It's like, we just have to make sure we draw 8 heads. That's pretty much it, you know? And so there's no telling where that one's going to go. I'm going to say it's like this again. There, see, I'm getting all crazy with the detail again. I gotta stop that. All right. So what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is what we'll do. Okay. So these are the ones I was talking about, that they're not all going to be facing the same way. Like, obviously it's a snake head, so some are going to be turned, some are going to be, you know, going off that way. So we'll say some are going to the back. We're going to say this one just pointed that way. So all the detail is underneath, you know, it's just facing the different way. That's really what it comes down to. And the color, like the pupil and all that stuff, I'll do that with color. Okay, so what do we say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more. We're just going to draw one in the back, kind of like we did right there. We just point it off that way. So it's doing one of these, and so it's coming back here and doing that. Okay, so there, same thing. They can't all point right at you. They're going to float around. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So for creative creatures, that is a snaketopus.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.